This video will show you some of the techniques that I use to start a puppy. Howdy, I'm Al the dog trainer. This channel is your resource for raising a happy and reliable dog. This is an interactive video best watched in a virtual reality headset or on your phone's YouTube app. If you find this video useful, please like it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything that I have going on, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. In the following clip, you're going to see me working with Gus. Gus is a 9-week-old Catahoula puppy. What you're going to see me do is I'm going to be working him with a lure. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about baiting the dog, and then you're going to see me create a pattern that shows him how to focus on my face and become attentive to my words. So if you're ready, here we go. So one of the biggest problems with scent is that a lot of people will do what I'm doing here. They'll have the picture, they'll have the food visible, and the dog can smell it, and they'll feed the dog. The problem with that is the sight of the food and the smell of the food become traps for obedience training. Because if he can see it and he can smell it before he does the work, then he'll always have to see it and smell it. So one trap that we're going to avoid is we're going to avoid the trap of sight. But you can use smell for a little while. But what did I do with the sight of the food? It's hidden. So now he can smell it. I'm going to use the smell to show him what I want him to do. And then after he does the thing I want, then the food becomes visible. Yeah. And that doesn't create a dependency. Having the food visible prior to it does. So here, okay, I'm going to start teaching you about how to reward properly, okay? Just trying to help him to understand that the bed's the right place. When dogs pay attention, I'm going to show you this. When dogs pay attention, you see how I'm looking at y'all's midsections? This is how dogs routinely pay attention. They actually pay attention more by looking at our hands. But what is it that we actually want the dog to do? Look at our face. To look at our face, okay? So, but this is pretty well understood, but people don't necessarily do it all that well because it's not that easy. But it is simple. The way to create great eye contact is by talking first, moving second, feeding third, petting last. Okay. So if you think about what I just told you, and here's the significance, the order of the languages on the front side is pressure, scent, motion, and sound. Mm-hmm. And what's the order of the reward? It's the opposite. Sound, motion, taste, pressure. Yeah. So here, just a very simple exercise that you can do to begin to create attention is one that I showed you last time, okay? You don't necessarily have to have food in your hand, but it is important for him to be a little bit attentive, like a little bit interested in you. So here, good boy, and then you move after that. Good dog. So it's a two-part move. That's the base move that you want to do to get attention. Mm-hmm. Good boy, and then you move. Good dog. Very good boy. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, we'll do it again. Good boy. That's a good dog. Very good boy. Good dog. Very nice boy. Then one more time. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good dog. I added a wrinkle right there, and the wrinkle that I added in is I kept saying good boy until he shifted his eyes up to make eye contact. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Good dog. And so I'm making that easy for him to understand, okay? Gus, right? Yes. So if you want to introduce his name in a way that will actually help him quite a bit, here's what you do. Good boy. Good boy, buddy. Good dog. Good boy, Gus. Good dog. So you say his name right at the moment that he's eating the food. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add one more wrinkle. This is as complicated as I'm going to get. Are you ready? Good boy. So now we added another word. Good boy, buddy. So what happened there to the system? Something started moving, right? Yeah. And whatever moves whatever's moving the fastest gets the attention. Okay, so you saw that right there. Yeah. So let's just show that real complex kind of attention-getting device right there. It's going to have what's called a prompt. It's going to have a marker. It's going to have, and the marker is going to be good dog. And then you're going to have food. You're going to have petting, you're going to have his name, and you're going to have praise. I'm going to turn him around. Okay. Are you ready? So that's the prompt. I can repeat it as many times as I want. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Good boy. There was a marker. Now there's the movement. There's the taste. Gus. There's his name. And there's the petting. Okay, one more time. Are you ready? Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy, Gus. Good dog. Very good, okay? You don't have to do all that every time. Just the basic would be, good boy. Yeah. And just reaching, feeding, and petting. How similar is your dog to Gus? Do you think that Gus is actually an easy dog to train? Let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below. Well, hey, thanks again for watching this video. If it was useful for you, be sure to leave us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. All right, have a great day. Talk to you soon.